No. నేను
Hey, hello friends. Am I audible? Please, can you all confirm? Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. And so sorry for this slight delay. Let's get started. And obviously, I would like to show a few key things before we proceed. First, let me introduce myself because you must be wondering on who this guy is. What are his credentials? Is he even qualified to deliver a session like this? Okay. So to demystify, let me share my screen. This is me. My name is Bharani Kumar Depuru. I'm CEO and founder of two companies. One is AiSPRY, another is 360DigiTMG, which is into EdTech. And we also have a product called Garba.ai. And I'm chairperson for AI framework implementation with Indian transportation system. I have close to 21 plus years of experience. I am an alumnus of ISB and IIT. I hold double master's degree. And I work with companies such as HSBC, ITC, Infotech, Infosys, and Deloitte. Alongside that, of course, these are all the different sessions we deliver. That's me, by the way. Okay. I'm also a visiting faculty at Indian School of Business, where I've been teaching for the last 7 years now. I also occasionally teach at London Business School. So that's in short about my profile. Yeah. Back to our conversation. As part of the first part, I will talk about the interesting projects that we have been doing in the space of AI, generative AI, and agentic AI. And towards the second part, no, towards the end, I'll obviously allow you to ask questions. Yeah. So, part two would be how do you actually get into this field of AI, Gen AI, and agentic AI? And the final part, which is part three, will be taking your questions. Okay. So, that is how we are going to structure the program. So, let's get started. First things first. We are a company which has 100 plus employees now working in the space of AI, Gen AI, and agentic AI. We got our project details also published on London Business School Journal. And if you observe closely here, of course, I teach alongside Nitish, Professor Nitish, right? AiSPRY is an AI services company, 360DigiTMG data science training company, and these are a few of the projects of ours which got published on London Business School Journal. We have 250 plus international journal publications until now. And in each of these international journal publications, you'll find 360 DigiTMG students' names as well. Okay. And we do projects for governments. The most recent project is for government of Oman. Yeah, we are doing projects for their National Center for Statistics and Information. So GMR, those of you who have been to Hyderabad Airport or Delhi Airport, GMR, Oman, Muscat. Muscat is capital of Oman. Muscat Airport also is handled by GMR. Amazon is a client, Biologically Limited, Northwestern Railways, JSW Steel, Reeds India, Dr. Reddy's, HP, Singapore, TrueJet, etc., etc. Right? So, what we firmly, or at least what I firmly believe, is that people who work on real world projects would actually shine. Okay. And whenever we work on any projects, we have the tendency of taking people to the client location so that they learn while they also experience the practical value chain, right? How things happen. So I'll tell you on about the project pertaining to Amazon. A few people in India, they create their account, say 1 year ahead of time, ahead of committing crime, and they do all the regular transactions. So even if a machine learning algorithm wants to predict whether you are a genuine customer or a fake customer, it will say that you are a genuine customer because you have been doing regular transactions. Okay. You never returned an item. You're a good customer, kind of impression you give. On one fine day, you place an order for iPhone. The moment you get iPhone, you carefully open the box, replace the original phone with a duplicate phone or a broken phone or a brick of same weight. And you can close this box seal as if it's company seal. There won't be any difference. And you return it to Amazon saying that, hey, I ordered accidentally, a different color mobile or 64 GB mobile. I want 128 GB mobile, right? And then you return it. At Amazon Return Center, they should not open the box to check whether it is original or duplicate. If Amazon open, Amazon has to pay to Apple. They send it to fulfillment center. Some other customer will place an order and this item gets shipped. And this customer probably is genuine customer. When they open, they see that it is duplicate. Right? How did we fix it? We procured X-ray machines. When we pass the mobile, it will give you the internal circuit and you compare it against the original circuit, image analytics, and then you figure out whether it is original or fake. Surana Group, we take our 360 DigiTMG students to the plant location and give them a walkthrough so that they understand everything. GBR, Biologically Limited, Singapore Land Transportation Authority, all these are clients. JSW, very interesting project. If you look at this is called as kiln. Inside that kiln, inside this kiln, some chemical reaction happens. And this kind of accretion is formed. This layer that you're seeing at the top to the inside wall, that's accretion. This accretion will become so thick that will be like a granite stone. You have to take a small crane, break it, and bring it out, right? So the project that we have handled here is predicting upfront on what is the thickness of the accretion layer which is being formed. Okay, such projects we work on. Of course, there's a methodology which you learn. Getting the data from all the different places into the right storage system. That's the first part. First part, right? Then, once you get the data, you create reports and dashboards using Tableau or Power BI or Click or Python, etc. There are a lot of ways to create reports and dashboards. Then you can proceed further with forecasting projects. What do you mean by forecasting? For example, Biological E Limited, for them, we built a project where predicting what is the raw material which is needed, how much raw material would be needed over a period of a few years, right? For the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, yeah, forecasting. And if I were to go to GMR, I can show you live. Yeah. So if you look at this, we forecast what is the market clearing price. So what GMR Power Trading Division does is they purchase power from windmills, from solar plants, etc. And we are expected to predict or forecast on what will be the market clearing price for every 15 minutes. DAM is day ahead market. One day ahead, what will be the price? And RTM is real time market. Means every 15 minutes, we will be in a position to forecast and tell what will be the prices. These are not, ordinary projects by any means. These are all real world projects. And we also do projects in the space of machine failure. So this is for a client called as Schnell Group, and this machine is called as Prima 13. You get the data from the sensors, and you predict A, whether a machine will fail or not. B, you predict when will it fail, and also what are the components which might fail. We can do all of that prediction, right? And Northwestern Railways, Indian government, is one of our clients. And when two loco pilots holding the walkie-talkie, if they have a conversation, they obviously will be having conversation in Hindi or in Gujarati or Rajasthani, etc. because it's Northwestern Railways. You get the data, you look at how much amount of conversation is relevant or irrelevant, and also how much of this conversation is in line with safety manual. Recently, you would have seen this, if I'm not mistaken, right? Indian train catches fire. Recently, 4 days ago. So such things can be avoided maybe because we also are doing a project for Northwestern Railways where we are monitoring the cabin itself. So inside the cabin, you will have loco pilots. We monitor and real time we detect whether people are missing from the cabin or not. Are people eating gutka? Are they having cigarette, alcohol? Right? Are they sleepy? Are both of them missing? Both of them missing is a very dangerous thing, is it not? Right? So, in that way, the list would go on and on, friends. I can go on and on, right? From flying the drones, capturing the drone images using multispectral camera, detecting whether there is a physical damage or electrical damage or excessive dust or bird drop, right? And then um, determining whether a specific person is following the right process or not. If a wrong process is followed, immediately notifying. All these are very, very interesting problems that, we have been solving. And let me show you the road safety thing also here. We determine the potholes. What is the area of the pothole? What is the depth of the pothole? What is the volume? What kind of material you have to use to fill the potholes? All these things happen using the dashcam videos. In that way, there are many, many projects, friends. Many projects. Uh, Garba is one of the products that we have, where if you supply microscopic images, AI will predict whether it is good or bad. The embryos are good or bad. People who don't have kids, naturally, They are going for treatment called as IVF, in vitro fertilization. Okay, where embryo is formed in the lab setting. They grow embryo, and then physicians will check whether the embryo is of good quality or not. Okay. So helping them using AI is something that we are doing. We have projects which we are doing for multiple customers. For example, Uttarakhand government is our client. Then Bajaj. For Bajaj, they said that, oh, we will give prompt. And if we are going to do marketing in, say, Indonesia, we want an image which has to be generated using Indonesian face. Face should be Indonesian because we are selling Pulsar in Indonesia. A road should be related to Indonesia. Buildings, the names of the building, everything should be Indonesian based. Sure. Right. Central Bank of Oman. It's like Reserve Bank of India, right? We are doing a project for them as well. Then agentic AI. Let me do one thing. Let me at this juncture take you to our website, AiSPRY.ai. If you go to AiSPRY.ai, all these projects that I've shown, you'll be able to see, right? For example, if I go to, come on, oh my God, agentic AI. If I click on agentic AI, if I click on this insurance thing, you'll get to see high level solution, and also you get to see a small video. Here, what happens is if a customer sends an email, right, automatically the agent will reply. For example, here you have quote agent, right? You have, say, claim agent. If you get hospitalized, if you send an email saying that I got hospitalized, how much insurance can I claim? Then this claim agent will look at your company documents and automatically it will respond. I wish I can show you real time these things. Yeah, Docker is starting. Let me launch n8n. Let me open this. Ah, good one. So I have to enter email ID and password. Just give me a minute while I. One second. Hopefully it will sign in. Yeah, it's signed in, right? So here I have this insurance agent. What insurance agent does is if someone sends an email, customer, automatically one agent, routing agent, will check what is this related to. If that is related to, say, claim, if you are checking whether you are eligible for cashless hospitalization, given the insurance that you have, then it will go and check the company documents, company policies and procedures, and automatically send a reply. These are agentic AI systems. Live, it's working. I do not intend to run it now, but in that way, there are a lot of projects. And all these are real world projects, not dummy projects. These are a few of the customers for whom we do projects. These are a few of the awards and accolades that we have. Okay. All right. Until now, I've given you a glimpse of what AI Spray does as part of our projects. Now, I would like to get into a discussion pertaining to what should you study to actually get into this field of AI and Gen AI and agentic AI, etc. Right? So If you give me a moment, I'll open the next set of slide. Continuously people are joining in. Yeah, there is that sound that I'm hearing continuously. Okay, so you have to allow me quick moment, and then I'll show you what it takes to get into this field. Yeah, I think we are almost there. 4 more seconds. I'm just opening another PowerPoint presentation, friends. That's it. Yeah, here we go. All right. So I would like to open this session by asking a question, right? That question is this. Of course, we have all these programs, right? Gen AI, agentic AI, business analytics, data analytics, data science, etc. But here is my question. How many of you use AI, Gen AI, agentic AI tools? And can you name a few friends? You might want to put it on the chat window. What are a few of the Gen AI tools that you're using? How many of y'all are using Chat GPT? Are you guys using Chat GPT? Oh yeah, look at that. Ashka says, yeah, GenSpark, Whiskey AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, Anthropic, Claude, so on and so forth. And quite a few of y'all have raised hand, right? Good. So you are using, right? And you might be using these kind of tools. Right, right. So ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, etc. Yeah. And to which field is this related to? Because today, of course, there are a lot of things. But today, do you know what's happening? You cannot upload your company data. Okay, you cannot upload your company data to ChatGPT, right? Sure, you all are aware of that. But if I were to ask a question like this, please perform data analytics on the dataset that I'm going to upload. I want complete exploratory data analysis to be performed. If I ask a question like this, right? I want to say analyze the data set, some data, okay? Let me say some cancer data set, yeah? And say breast cancer data set. Oh, this is R code, so sorry, so sorry. Let me upload this, yeah? If I were to just enter, it will do analytics, right? Using simple prompt. But this way of asking prompt is dated back to 2019. And you know what? If you look at senior prompt engineers' salaries, look at that 20 lakhs to 60 lakhs, 1 crore plus, etc. Do you think if someone asks this basic question, they'll be given that amount of salary? You need to be advanced, right? You should have knowledge and know how of the latest of the techniques. Everybody has access to the same tools. Probably, I would say, convert this prompt into convert this rudimentary prompt into graph of thoughts prompt. Yeah. If I were to enter this prompt would be converted into graph of thoughts prompt where you'll have nodes. Just by reading these nodes, graph of thoughts, different nodes, you will be able to understand step by step on what happens in exploratory data analysis. And do you know what ChatGPT or any Gen AI tool does, it will behind the scenes create Python code and then execute this for you. Okay. Of course, I have access to pro version also. I don't think you need pro version because this will cost you $200 per month. Free version, Go, is something that you can use, right? That's absolutely fine. You need not. I'm an advanced user, hence I'm using the different version. But for y'all, Go is free, right? For 1 year, you can use it. Okay. So Gen AI tools that you're using are are for all the different fields: data analytics, data science, data engineering, no matter what, right? And obviously, you need to know how to safeguard the data, how to safeguard your company data. For that, what has to be done? Can I directly upload the datasets to ChatGPT or Claude? That's how you pronounce Anthropic Claude. Or Perplexity, can I directly upload? No, you cannot. No company will allow you. Okay. Also, micro specialization is becoming very famous. That means, depending on which company you're working for, or depending on what your educational background is, you have to choose a domain. And if you're a fresher, then you have to pick up one of the domains. Why do I say this? Life sciences or financial analytics, etc. Because if you want to work with, say, Infosys, because I work with Infosys, I'm taking that example. Yeah. If you go to Infosys Industries, you'll find a lot of industries. There are a lot of industries. Depending on which industry you belong to, financial services or insurance or chemical or automotive, you can go ahead and join one. Okay. Join one in the sense learn one first. Yeah. Learn one of these industries and you can join one of these verticals. Take any company, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, they work like that. Okay. No matter what you want to become, regardless of your designation or department, Gen AI and Agentic AI are two big things which are essential in today's world. Okay. Question to you all. Can you please answer this? In which year was data science and AI introduced in UG and PG, undergraduate education and postgraduate? Yeah, friends. In which year? Any guesses? Go for it. Use your chat window. And those of you who are wondering, 2019, 2020, right? Before the COVID era, before COVID, this program was launched. Okay. In which year was data science AI introduced in plus two? People call us 12th, right? Or intermediate. Which year? What do you think? In 2020, 2021. This was introduced. What were we doing then? Next question. Today in 6th standard also it's taught. In which year is data science AI introduced in schools? In schools. In which class? Which class students do you expect to learn AI moving forward? Class 3, grade 3. By 2026-27, grade 3 onwards. Wow. That means if in the audience here, if you have people who are from non-IT background, non-math, non-stat background, okay, you can no longer say that I'm from non-IT background. You can no longer say that I'm from non-math background because from third standard onwards, Indian government would be training students on AI, etc. So the way you have to learn, the concepts that you have to learn has changed significantly. You can't compare yourself with a third standard kid's intelligence. Do you want to compare in that way? No. So installing basic softwares like Python, etc. There were days when we used to handhold students or even the working professionals from non-IT background. We used to teach them how to search, where to search, how to download. We used to do this in instructor-led trainings. For that case, I used to do personally. But now it's a sheer waste of time. Underutilization of human capital, underutilization of your intelligence. So, all such things can be e learning. You can just watch the videos and you can install softwares. For that, you don't need someone with 20 plus years of experience come and teach you. It's not worth it. So, we revamped the curriculum completely. Okay. Because we also figured out that earlier our training programs used to be from 6 months to 1 year. And this is what we experienced. As and how the duration of the training increases, the motivation level goes down. Because in the initial days, everybody will have that fire. I need to do something. I joined this training. That motivation continues to fall if the duration increases. So we now are trying to hit the sweet spot, 3 months to 6 months max. Okay. Because we now understood that if third grade kids are taught AI and Python, those kind of third grade concepts can be given as e-learning. Okay. Instead, our focus should be on real world projects because we want the people to get jobs at the end of the day, right? And if you keep on delaying, what will also happen to competition is it will keep on increasing, right? The job competition will keep on increasing. So it's always better to hit the sweet spot, 3 to 6 months. There are huge number of people, and by the way, I'm proud to say as a founder of 360 DigiTMG that only handful of organizations have these many success stories. You just have to go and watch our YouTube channel. You'll simply be surprised, right? So we have people who got jobs in Google, Walmart, Amazon, etc. All the big five, big four companies like Deloitte, Ernst and Young, KPMG, PwC. Our people are placed. Right? They're not just placed in India; they're also placed in overseas market. I'm very very proud to say that. Okay. One more thing is when you apply for jobs, people will say, "I need experienced people." But you might say, if you don't give me a job, how will I get experience? Right? And this we try to nail it because what we do is post the training, we give internship opportunities for students, for participants. You have to prove yourself, right? You need to prove that you have the potential and knowledge as part of the internship. Then either we might hire you or we might give you an experience letter that will help you obviously get a job. So, friends, this was our outdated approach where we used to teach right from how to install a software, right from third standard math onwards, we used to teach. Then we felt, what are we doing? From third standard math onwards, if you start teaching, one, training curriculum duration will increase. How to install Python, etc. If I do, I'm forcing people to behave like third standard kid because in third grade anyways AI, Python, etc. is being introduced, right? That will obviously not help anybody get a job. So we revamped it to suit the current needs, and we are calling these programs as applied data analytics, applied data science and AI, applied data engineering, where Gen AI and agentic AI is very much part of the curriculum. We will teach you data engineering, data management, database, warehouse, lakehouse, prompt engineering, the advanced prompt engineering techniques. Then Gen AI, vibe coding. We will make you use prompts to write the code. Then agentic AI, AI platform engineering. Today, to write the code, for example, um, let me do this. Let me go to something called as Google Colab. Let me open Colab. Yeah, some new notebook I'm opening. Let me connect to, because on this Google Colab you'll also have GPUs, right? I'll go to runtime, CPU or GPU or TPU you can use. Let me just connect quickly. And here you can ask a question. Want Python code to add 5 numbers. That's it, right? Today, writing code is this simple. However, you need to understand what is being written. For that, you can see simple. Here are the 5 numbers. I add all these numbers. That's it. The code is written. Who wrote it? Janae has written. So that means you need to be aware of what is vibe coding, what is agent coding, all of these things. Okay. And as part of our data analytics roadmap, lot of e-learnings will be provided to the basic concepts. And we will teach you applied concepts, meaning practical projects, projects after projects you'll be working on. And that would give you the job. We will first train you, like instructor-led training on prompt engineering, Gen AI, agentic AI, etc. And we know what are the actual, very important things which are needed, and we will train you on that. Then we will embark on taking real-world projects and will explain you end to end those real-world projects. That's how you enhance your skills, right? On cloud platform, big data, because in real world you work on huge data sets, not small data sets. We also did that mistake when we used to deliver training long back. We used to take small data sets and teach the students because students used to have issues in understanding the data set per se. So we used to take small data set. Now we felt no, if we really want to help these people get jobs, it has to be real world projects. It can no longer be, the textbook projects, textbook data sets. If you do that, what eventually will not help you get a job, friends. If we teach you like third standard kids, when will you grow and get a job then? Right? So a lot of things have to be basics. I'm talking about should be e-learning, practicals, industry examples, and industry concepts should be live instructor led. Only then our effort, our hours, and your effort and your hours that you're putting into study will be worth it. And then you'll become job relevant. Okay. Then, likewise, we have data science module also, in which again, large language models, large vision models, multimodal models, world models, RAG, fine tuning, diffusion models, agentic AI frameworks, all these we are going to teach from the practical standpoint. And complete machine learning operations, end to end, end-to-end projects, where we'll also tell you what project documents are needed, and you'll have to create those. We will also show, but you also have to create. Only then you'll be able to learn the real world stuff. But be rest assured that at every step, Gen AI for Python, Gen AI for SQL, Gen AI for the different concepts will be taught, because that is exactly what people are expecting today as we stand. Same is the case with data engineering also. This is amazing program that we have today, where you learn data engineering with AWS, Azure, GCP, Databricks, Snowflake, Graph Data, GenAI datasets, all of these things, right? Okay. So applied to get a job. I'm not mincing my words, right? To get a job, you need to be working on real world projects. Applied. Knowledge has to be applied to the real world setting. Okay. All the basic things, installation, basic concepts, you need to watch the videos, recorded modules that we are going to give. And we have a learning management system. This is our learning management system, if I may. If you go to 360digitmg.com, and you'll be given something called as come on, come on. Hmm. You'll have something called as student login, and the moment you log in, you'll be able to see the entire training material. So if I go to say Power BI, for example, um, you will have the presentation, you'll have the assignments, a way to submit interview questions, all these things like this. You'll find all the details. If I were to go to data engineering, for example, um, you'll also, I mean, for everything, you'll have presentation, assignments. You can submit assignments, videos pertaining to the modules, interview questions, everything would be available for you guys. Okay. So, model context protocol, A to A, what do you mean by workflow orchestration tools like N8N? What are the vibe coding tools? All of these would be included as part of the training. And only then will you be able to truly differentiate yourself, A. And for the students who do a really good job, we give them an opportunity to work on a real world project alongside our experts, and your name also will get onto the research paper, provided you prove yourself that you are really hardworking and if you put in effort. We also have State University of New York certificate, which will be valid for lifetime, and you'll get Gen AI certificate from State University of New York. This will have a lot of additional learning modules also. Then there are two paths. Either you go apply for jobs on your own or apply for jobs through us, because we also have a job portal available where we keep posting jobs. Or if you feel that no, I need more experience, I need more confidence, I want to work more, then come join us as an intern. And if you prove your potential, why not? We are hiring, right? And we'll be more than happy to hire you. There are a lot of other learning material which will be there on our learning management system and 360 website. For 6 months, you can re-attend the sessions unlimited times. Say you're attending now, and you also have free time in the mornings. So you might want to attend morning batch also. Evening batch is typically from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. every day. Morning batch will be from 7 to 9. And also we have afternoon batch, which is not afternoon, I think it is morning and afternoon. So 10 to 1 p.m. also we have a batch. So you can opt and you can attend unlimited time so that you get, really comfortable with the concepts. And free learning management system access is provided. One thing I keep telling to people is, if you want to become a swimmer, get into the water and practice. Just by reading books, watching videos, you can't learn swimming. Similar to this, if you want to get into the field of AI, Gen AI, agentic AI, practice, practice, and practice. There is no alternative to this. And this is exactly what we will help you become, right? An expert practicing person, right? Because we'll make you practice so much. All right. So, as promised, I've shown you AiSPRY projects, right? Always, if you want to just go have a glimpse of the projects that we have done, go to aispry.ai. Okay. And you'll get to see a lot of projects. If you go to computer vision, etc. All you need to do is just click on this and you'll figure out the kind of projects that we have done, the real world projects, and explore further, right? That is all I can say. And then I've also spoken about 360 DigiTMG and what kind of trainings, etc., that we provide. Third is Q&A. So let's get into Q&A, and I'm all yours. You can raise your hand. I'll make you unmute yourself and you can ask your questions. Let us be a little structured where you just raise your hand and then quickly I'll unmute yourself. Yes, go ahead, friends. Yeah, Sagar raised the hand. Yes, Sagar. Yeah, can you unmute yourself? Sagar, you should be able to unmute yourself. Check once. Mhm. You're not unmuting. This session, uh, Ashka, this session is to tell you on what are the latest things which are happening. Okay, and I don't know. What is your expectation behind this session, Ashka? I think there is some disconnect. Okay. Any other questions, friends? No, no, no. You have to join the program. Yeah, you have to join the program. Okay. Um, yeah. So see, there are multiple tools which are available, and we teach multiple tools like Na10. I've already shown you Na10, right? If I just go to Docker and click on Na10, you'll be able to see Na10. Here we did a lot of projects. One is, say, for example, pharmacy analytics, where automatically when you go to hospital, pharmacy agent will look at the medicines, it will look at what is the cost, it will generate the bill, all these things, right? So these kind of things, if you go to a doctor will I mean doctor appointment will be scheduled by taking the doctor details, and then you'll have prescription, and then doctor might ask you to go and take a few lab tests. All these things are a few things that we have already done for different clients. So such learnings will happen as part of the trainings. Simple, Akira, we just explain the practicals and we work on real world projects. You can go to AiSPRY.ai and you'll find a lot of real world projects. Only if you work on real world projects, you'll get a job. Simple. Yeah, Palak. This is not blockchain training. The usage of blockchain is coming down significantly. Uh, it's just to secure your data. And once a specific transaction is written, no one can change it. In fact, your certificates will be blockchain enabled that you're going to get. No, no. Only those people who are 360 DigiTMG students, we give them internship opportunities. We stopped giving it to everybody. Yeah. The main purpose of today's class is to showcase all these AI Spry projects that we have. Okay. All the real world projects. I think you joined in late. So some time we spent on understanding each of these projects, right? For example, if I go here, this is a project which we have done for one of the automobile companies where automatically our solution detects whether people are following the right process or not, and automatically it will notify if wrong process is being followed. Right? I explained about those actually. Maybe you missed it. State University of New York. Yeah, our team will get back to you, Akira, on that. Certainly. Yeah, our team will let you know, Chandrakant. Practicals whole day you can sit and study as well. There's absolutely no problem. Yeah, Nikhil, you can unmute and talk.
I'm audible, right?
Yeah, you are very much audible, Nikhil.
Yes, actually, recently I've joined this course, and actually I'm very new to this coding things and all. I'm having around 7 years of experience in stock market, and currently working with Zerodha. So now, like I'm like having zero knowledge of coding. So how will be my roadmap to follow? And
So we
can
will give you Python e-learnings.
okay,
Step by step, everything will be explained there. And when it comes to live instructor-led training, we expect you to watch those and come so that when we teach you, you can easily understand. Also, what we are focusing on, Nikhil, is how can you just use effective prompt engineering techniques to write the code? I've shown you, right, in Google Colab,
right.
right? So in
Yes,
that way, what are the different Gen AI tools which are being used today in the industry, using which you can write the code? So our focus will be more on that, right? And these things, how to install Python, how to write basic code, etc. Since government of India is starting from third class, we don't want someone who has 6 7 years experience to start learning like that. So that's okay for third standard kid, but not okay for us, right? Because we
right,
want to
right.
learn what's happening in the world now. So hence that change. Hence all these basics will give you as part of your learning management system. And the advanced concepts and the most relevant concepts, practical concepts, etc., we will teach as part of instructor-led training.
Got it.
Bye.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, let me take a question from Sanjeev Sendel as well. Yeah, Sanjeev.
So, what would be the approximate cost of this? And I'm just currently doing my bachelor's.
Uh-huh. So yeah. Our team will get in touch with you with respect to the cost and duration, etc. That's one part of it because we have different variants, Sanjeev. We have a variant for working professionals. We have a variant for people who just completed their graduation, or people like you who are still studying. There are a few variants. So our team will get in touch with you and share those details. Chandrakant has a question. Is it sure? No, no one. See, I graduated from IIT and ISB, Indian School of Business. No one will guarantee, right? Without we knowing your knowledge level, your effort that you're going to put, it's very difficult. All we do is we keep posting the job openings on our company job portal also. You might want to apply, but will your profile be shortlisted or not? It really depends on how many real world projects you worked and how strong your concepts are, right? It depends on all those aspects. We will teach you when the instructor teaches you, trainer teaches you, they will teach you both theory and practicals, mostly on practicals. You attend that, watch that. After that, if you want to practice, practice. And every Saturday will give you time where experts will connect and you can clarify your doubts also. If you feel that after you go home and after while you were practicing you got doubts, right, you can always raise your doubts on learning management system. Within 24 hours we have SLA to clarify your doubts. If not, exclusive instructor led sessions are also planned on weekend so that you come and get your doubts clarified. Data analytics and data science jobs are plenty. However, you have to have knowledge of Gen AI and agentic AI. And one more thing I'll show you here. If you go to World Economic Forum and look at skills needed for 2030, very clearly there are certain skills which the world is talking about. And in this, programming skills won't be that preferred. What will be preferred then? Analytical thinking, AI, big data, creative thinking, systems thinking. This is what the world is talking about. I'm not talking about these. Who is talking? The World Economic Forum, the group of experts are saying that don't focus on programming, focus on AI, focus on creative thinking, analytical thinking, right? And as part of the training, that will be our prime focus. Our focus not will not be on teaching basics, and eventually you might become irrelevant also, right? So, yeah. Any other questions, friends? Yeah, a lot of people join us as an intern after the training. They work for a few months. Then, if we really feel they are good, why will we not hire them? Okay, so we'll hire them if we feel that they are really good. Okay. Any other questions, friends? No? Yeah, Karthik.